Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So I'll just start the session. Okay. Yes. So these might be the interview questions. I already given you material, right? Those will also be covered. So first of all, what is the difference between div and span, Bhargav?
It's divide the body into
Means div is used to divide the HTML body into divide parts, but that main difference is div is a block level element. It will always start with new line. Span will be the inline element where the selected content in the same line we can select and we can apply our styles based on that. What is difference between border box and content box? This is also interview question. Means what is that with the border box and content box? I'll just show you. Okay. One second. Box sizing. So basically, if you see, so what is the size of the box? For example, its width is 200 pixel. So if you given padding as 4 pixel, now if I say box sizing, size of the box, okay? Box sizing as border box, then how it will become? So this width will have 196 and these 4 will be attached. So it will become, content will become now 196 and padding since it's a 4 pixel. 4 means 4 4 the 16 pixel. You got it right? Because you given padding means 4 sides. 16 pixel, it will less the 16. So it will be 184. 184 plus 16. So this is what the width. Again, if I give border box, again, if I do content box, if I go content box, then 200 pixel plus 16 pixel will come. Like it will be 316 pixel. That is the difference between border box and content box. You got it right. So if we give border box, padding, margin, everything will be padding and everything will be attached to included in the same width. If we give content box, padding and margin will be extra added for the content box width. You got it right. That is the difference. What are the HTML5 features? Semantic tags, audio, video tags, canvas, web storages. What is difference between web storage, like local storage and session storage? There, the next question I may ask. Local storage, both are web storages. Local storage will be permanent storage in browser location area. Session storage will be uh, when that particular browser tab session is closed, then it might go. Means this is security for the banking applications, etc. There is cookie. Cookie is some type of web storage which will have only 4 KB of size. It will store your preferences, your website visits, etc. So that is what cookie. If you open any website, it will ask for allow all cookies. So that is the reason it will allow to store your preferences data. What is iframe in HTML? So basically, you know iframe. Iframe is to include embed one website into another website. They will directly ask you like this: how to embed one website into another website in HTML. So they will ask you, we can say iframe. Using iframe is a HTML5 feature. Using that, we can embed one website into another website. What is difference between image and image map? So basically, in order to include images in website using img tag, which is self-closing tag. With the help of which attribute? SRC attribute, we can add the file. That will be any file or path. What is image map? We have a map tag. Inside that we can map more than 3 images with respect to the coordinates at the part of the image. If there is an image, we can divide that into 2 parts. First part 50% of the image, second part 50% of the image. If I click there, one website will open. Again, if I click on second part, it should open the second website. So you can mention the same. I can show you the example of image map also. We already in our class also we discussed, but I just want to show you so they can see. See, this is the first part, rectangle computer. Whenever I click on this computer, it will open the computer tab. Whenever I click on phone in this area, it will open phone. Whenever I click on circle, so which we mention as here, it will open coffee. Again, if I click on computer, it will computer. That is what image map. This is also one important question you can able to ask. What is box model in CSS? You need to explain. Basically, in HTML, we have content. On top of it is having empty space, which is padding. On top of it is having margin. On top of it, it is having borders, like borders after that margins. So this is having 4 sides, top, right, bottom, and left. You already know that. Just inspect it. Any website you will go at end, you will have box. So this is the particular selected box. If it is having margin, border, and margin, you will get value here. Otherwise, you will get hyphen. You already know that. Yesterday we seen, right? So that is the thing. Now, how to make responsive design in CSS? Media queries. We can use screen width, min width, and max width. We can explain whole min width. Means mostly the maximum width for the mobile devices will be some 450, 500 pixel, not more than that. For laptops and all, it will be minimum around 900 pixel. So about to that, it will go around 1200 pixel. So based on that screen sizes, we can apply CSS. So that will be automatically responsive for the different screens. What is difference between grid and flex? Two-dimensional responsive layout. Flex is one-dimensional responsive layout. Using grid, we can automatically do auto columns, auto rows, and sizes of that particular column, and even gap, giving gap as a row gap, column gap, and all we can automatically apply. Using flex, we can have one dimension. There is no rows and columns, but it's a one dimension. So in that dimension also, it is having main axis and cross axis, which is like we are aligning item center vertically and horizontally, justify content center, right? Horizontally, right? And if you want to have some like flex direction, it is row or column, only one direction. So that we can mention. If it is column means it will come one by one, next by next. If it is row means in the same row. So like that we can apply dynamically. We don't need to write each and all in CSS. We can just use this property. So it will automatically align. If screen size is getting less, it will come to the next line automatically. We'll make it a flex wrap. So we can apply all this using flex and grid. In this way, you can explain. The same answer I will write in material also, and I will provide you in the chart. Formatting text means mention any some formatting text. Bold, italic, strong, superscript, subscript, etc. You can mention this. Which are these formatting tags are inline tags. They will not go to next line. Already know that. What is the difference? What is meta tag in HTML? What is used for? Yeah, that will be encoding factor, initial scale device with 1.0 for bootstrap radius, right? And also like responsiveness, and also SEO, keywords and description, right? So those all will be used for meta. With the help of meta, we can use that. How to club 2 columns and 2 rows? 2 columns and 2 rows in table using row span and col span. So we can do col span equal to 2 for the next two columns, means current column and the next column. The same way col span, current column, the next column in the next row and the current row. Display none and visibility hidden. What is difference between that?
It was a consistent.
Visibility
and will be. In the document, but it will not.
Yes, that space is already occupied as an empty space. So that we don't want. If you want display none, so it will not be. It will remove from the DOM also. What is block level element? Explain any block level elements in HTML. Paragraph, image also, even image also. Like we have this photo, etc. H1, H2 article, all semantic tags also block level tags. Because yeah, they will start with a new line, all semantics also. So how to create editable dropdown? Editable dropdown. That is important, right, for us. You already know. So basically, in order to edit that inputs like select options, we can create editable dropdowns. So using data list, within data list, right? So how to attach data list to list? Input list equal to name or ID of data list. So we can mention that I just mentioned here. You can see. List input list equal to list which we have this ID or list to list two. Same ID which we are giving in data list, we need to give that. Again, data list will have options like select. You already know that. How to create a reference for another website in our current document. Link tag, link like anchor tag. What is the syntax of anchor tag? How can you link for that? Using which attribute? href attribute. So how to implement a radio button?
Button tag or input tag.
Input tag, input type equal to radio. But if you are creating two radios for male and female, same name, so that it will attach. Otherwise, both will be selected, which is the reverse case, right? Contradictory. So create checkbox. Like if you want to opt more than one option, select more than one option, which HTML form input you will take. Input type checkbox. Next. What is difference between local storage and session storage we completed? So, okay, how to implement audio and video in HTML? Using which attribute you can attach the file? Using src. And by applying that, whether you can able to play it immediately.
We need to give the
Controls, otherwise controls will not work. So how to get the location from Java, like HTML5 geolocation? Like navigator.geolocation, not get current location, will get latitude and longitude. How to check whether you are online or not? That in JavaScript basically. Script tag. So I will just show you that. Okay, go to and inspect it. How to get location in JavaScript? So basically go to navigator dot geolocation, right? Get current location, current position. Okay, let's do this. It's not coming. 1 second. Where? Okay, it's allowing, right? Actually, it will allow location, then only it will get that. Yes, we got now. Because we are entering it, but it is asking for allow location. It will ask for allow location. Then we'll get codes, CORDS. Then inside codes, we have latitude and longitude. This is codes, right? I just printed somewhere codes. So there we have latitude and longitude. So we'll get like this using geolocation dot, but it should allow location. Then only it will get it. That is window dot prompt. Allow yes or no. So how to check whether you are online or not? So we have navigator dot online. Since we are online connected to internet, it will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. We can also check whether you are connected to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi using navigator object. But in JavaScript, you'll get to know that. Gets right. And what are the types of CSS? Inline. What is the specificity of that? What will be preferred first? Okay.
Internal means will be used by
In script tag. Script tag. First, yes. Then external. And what is the what are the selectors in CSS? Different types of selectors. We have ID selector, class, tag selector. So we have combinators, pseudo elements. We'll all have this attribute selectors using input type equal to email like that. We can mention. And which will be preferred? Okay. Next class tag. Next it will go on. So basically, if we put not important, which will be given? Like if I override, if I write 2 times the same style, which will be applied?
Then we are the ID. It will go to inline.
I give ID in CSS file, and I given 2 times the same style, one after another, which will be applied. Second one, why?
Line. Go
One by one, step by step, it will execute. The last one executed is overridden by the previous value. What is how to attach another CSS file or another JavaScript file in HTML? Address import. No. How to attach? How to link file in HTML? Link href of the file. Type relation equal to style sheet, type equal to text or CSS. How to attach JavaScript file? Script or JS, and we can attach. And also using script src also we can do. Script src equal to file name. So what is the shorthand operator for padding, margin, and bottom? How you can apply?
Software will be applied upper bottom and then left on.
Left and right.
Value will apply all sets.
All sets equally. So what are the difference between general sibling selector and the adjacent sibling selector?
Select only to the adjacent to the middle.
Next,
Next.
the next adjacent one. What is pseudo element and pseudo class? Pseudo class are button hover, button active, button visited using single colon. Pseudo elements will have double colon, like first line of the paragraph, first word of the paragraph. Selection, how you selected with mouse. This and all will after, before of the content. So these are pseudo elements, right? And so there is a content in the division that is overflown with respect to the sites. How you can handle that? Overflow equal to wrap, or if you want to make scrollable, auto means it will get the scroll if needed. If it is scroll means every time you will get the skeleton of scroll, even though it is not needed, right? Auto means only whenever it is required, then only it will get. So with respect to the horizontal axis, which overflow use? X. Vertical overflow Y. I think these all only HTML, CSS questions they will ask, not more than this. If anything comes to my mind, difference between SVG and Canvas, that also you need to know. Basically, Canvas will be fully implemented in JavaScript, and even now that will be heavy process to maintain and all. So SVG is an XML format, XML way. It will be easy to maintain and all, and even we are ready-made available SVGs in the real world website. So we can easily take it as a reference without creating that. If you create that, it will take more time. So and maintenance will also be easy. So you can use SVG. Most of the websites now using SVG, not Canvas. So this is what all about HTML, CSS. Actually, I have this video morning. I have uploaded the same video. I will upload to you also. So you will get JavaScript also there. So basically, you get JavaScript, but once it is completed, HTML and CSS, you just try to understand these questions also. If it is okay, you can understand. Otherwise, we'll see in the next whenever we started with JavaScript. And also, they will ask you to create login page to centering the division. So that is also one important question, right? Align item center, display flex. So if you are applying that, you need to apply for the parent division. Inside that, there will be child division, one division. So that division will apply. Otherwise, you can apply the next way. Position absolute, top 50, left 50%. Translate, transform, minus 50%, minus 50%. That will automatically align that. These two ways. These two directly we can remember. But if you're applying display flex means you need to have one division inside another division, right? Because you are applying display flex for this, then this will automatically come to the middle. You got it, right? This will be the main login container. You have only one division that will come automatically. If you apply for this, if you are not applying, then it will be mistake. Got it, right? And even if you are coming like this, it is related to top, then you need to give top some 20% something to get into down based on what margin you want. Margin top or top. How to put two divisions side by side without using flex and grid.
Display inline block.
Inline block and float left. Float left. We can apply. So how to put two images side by side? Same float left, right? So that you can mention. ఇంకా అడగడానికి ఏం లేవు, ఇవే వస్తాయి. ఇవే నేర్చుకుని నేను ఈ ఫైల్ కూడా మీకు పెట్టేస్తా. So what is difference between absolute URL and relative URL? Absolute URL means it will take from the server, starting from server or disk, starting from disk. Since we are using local, we will say local disk C/folder/ something. Relative URL means current folder to how it will be exactly shown. It is there in the same folder means you don't need to give the URL, just need to insert the file. If it is in the parent folder means you need to go with /back and need to give the file name. If it is in their top level, again go to / and select that particular folder if it is downloads. Then select the file name dot jpg, like that. And what is difference between position absolute, relative, fixed and sticky? You got it right. This is one. If it is absolute means it will follow the window viewport reference. If it is relative means it will follow the previous element and the next element reference. Right? If it is fixed means it will be fixed in the same position. If it is sticky means even the scroll bar is there, it will float around that. And what is difference between position in static and relative? So both are same, but overlapping each other will not allow in static. Z index means will not allow. What is difference between Z index? Normal index. We don't have normal index anyway. What is the use of Z index? You want to overlap one on each other, then you will use Z index. Means some pop-ups which are coming, those are Z index. If you put Z index 0 for that will be mixed up, right? So that is one. So I think that's all for HTML and CSS. You just need to practice. So whatever they write dynamically, they will ask you, right? You know, you need to write it. Anything you remember apart from this? And also some of them I will just Google it and get some more questions if needed. So that will be more than enough. That's all, Yuvachandra, Mahesh. So I will upload this previous recording. Today the same recording I explained to previous batch with along with JavaScript. But till now it's fine. But JavaScript, if you're not able to understand, no issue. In the next sessions, whenever you started, it's fine. Okay, I'm just stopping the recording. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, Mahesh Yuvachandra. So I will make mock interviews for HTML and CSS and something on Tuesday after election. We'll start JavaScript then.
Thanks, sir.